It's unboxing video time. I've got a box full of 5 slabs from CGC. What are we looking at in this box? All Sports Illustrated, so there's no alternate publications in this one, which is a little odd because I've been getting a lot of things other than Sports Illustrated graded lately. There are technically 3 first covers. We'll talk about why one is technically a first cover, and some people might not consider it, but we'll do that. We got a Jordan in here. In fact, the Jordan I am very excited about. So, while I'm opening this up, comment, like, and subscribe here on YouTube. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, eBay. I think those are all the platforms I'm on. Same username is here, CGC Sports Illustrated. If you're interested in my comic and magazine cleaning and pressing service, you can drop a comment here on YouTube or go to social media and shoot me a DM. Happy to talk to you about that. I am pressing more magazines and comics than I ever have before, which is a ton of fun, and I love doing it. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Let's get these facing the right way. Get rid of this stupid packing slip. And, those are going to fall over. All right, here we go. Okay, 5 slabs. I think I got a shot to pop some really good grades on here. Let's see what we got. Like I said, 3 first covers, a couple other interesting ones in here. All Sports Illustrated. Let's get it started strong. From number 1, let's just go in with the first one, be strong, high grades, and then rock and roll those grades up from there. That did not happen. Ken Griffey Jr., first Sports Illustrated cover, May 7th, 1990. I had projected this at 8.5. So within my projection window, but on the low side, does say first Ken Griffey Jr. cover. I've gotten a lot of questions. Let's take some time and talk about this. Labeling. You have the ability to influence what's on the label of the CGC Sports Illustrated slabs. Variants will go here. That's really important. But other things too. First cover, first pro cover. You can request anything. Whether or not they'll put it on there or not is a whole nother story. Anything that might be interesting or collector, noteworthy about this issue. Here's the proper procedure to request that. So you do your full submission and all that sort of stuff. When you send the issue in, what CGC has asked us to do is take a sticky note and write on the sticky note what you want. This is a variant, break it out separately in the census. This is Ken Griffey Jr.'s first Sports Illustrated cover. So the first thing you want to do before you do that is go to this issue in the census. Because if that information is already there in the census, in the notes, then you don't have to do it. It's going to show up automatically. But if it's not there, like I recently did a submission for Pete Rose's first Sports Illustrated cover from 1968. Was shocked that nobody had requested it yet, or CGC hadn't given on, acquiesced and done the request. So I did this. Post-it note. First Pete Rose Sports Illustrated cover, please include on slab label. Thank you. Then what you want to take that Post-it note is put it on the back of the backer board when you make your submission, but inside the bag. And that's so that the sticky note doesn't fall out while it's getting shuffled around all over the warehouses at CGC. Same thing for variant, same thing for anything else you want on the slab. Now, it's up to the grader whether or not they want to give you your request, but you got to make it and do it. So this one already says first Ken Griffey Jr. cover. So if you go to submit this magazine, you don't need to make that request. It'll automatically show up on your slab. Pop reports, there are no 9.8s. Talk about that in a second. There are 7 9.6s, 17 9.4s, 22 9.2s. Still no 9.8. When you see all of those issues, tons of issues in the 9.4, 9.6, 9.2 range and no 9.8s, you're going to sit here and say, this is a condition-sensitive issue. And the reason is this back. Purple, this is a really dark purple on the back. It's one of the worst colors that I've found in my experience. Black is better. Easier to keep the ink on the page when it's black. For some reason, that purple, pink is another one, just rubs off really easily. It's a full-color back. This back is the reason why there's no 9.8. So super condition sensitive issue. We're all trying to pop the first 9.8. I knew this wasn't it. I projected it at 8.5. But if somebody ever pops a 9.8, everyone in this hobby is going to be hounding that person trying to convince him to sell it. So Ken Griffey Jr., first Sports Illustrated cover, 1990. Not the start I wanted, but that's okay. Hey, you know what? How many times have I said, okay, this box stinks. It all comes down to the very last issue. If I can get the grade I want on the last issue, it's good. So, still hope. Next up. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to take that. Not what I wanted, not what I projected. So you can see this. Larry Bird, Sports Illustrated cover. 9.0. I projected it 9.2. So again, within my 1 tier plus or minus window, which is what I try and shoot for. Again, like the Griffey, on the lower side of that. But this is the What's Wrong Larry issue. Came out on December 11th, 1989. There's one 9.4. There's one 9.2. There are now two 9.0s. So pretty good. Pop 2, only 2 graded higher. Not too bad. This headline, What's Wrong, Larry? This was about Larry in the beginning of his back problems. So this issue came out in the 1990-1991 season. Celtics started off great. Then Bird missed 22 games that season with a compressed nerve root in his back. And let's be honest, he was never the same player again. And fought those back injuries for a long, long time until he retired in 1992. In fact, my recollection, if you remember those last 2 seasons of Larry Bird, whenever he was out of the game and on the sidelines, he wasn't sitting on a chair, sitting on the bench. He was laying on the ground. He was laying on the court, face down, kind of like up on his elbows, looking up and watching the game because that was the position that was comfortable for the discs in his back. So that was where this headline comes from. What's Wrong, Larry? Turns out what's wrong is back. That's the problem. Great issue. 9.0. Larry Bird from December 11th, 1989. Okay, next up. It's a fun back. Cal Ripken Jr. Oh, it's kind of cool. I never noticed the back of this cover before. Cal Ripken Jr., remember the classic Got Milk ads from the 80s and 90s? It's a fun looking back cover. Man. You see that 9.2. I had projected this at 9.4. So that's 3 in a row within my projection window, but all on the downside. The labeling is right on this. This is Jackie Robinson's first Sports Illustrated cover. Came out on May 5th, 1997. So when I said at the beginning that I had 2, no, technically 3 first covers, this was the technical 3rd one because Jackie Robinson had long since retired, long since passed away when this issue came out in 1997. But technically, it is Jackie Robinson's first Sports Illustrated cover. There's one 9.4. I own that. There are now 2 9.2s, and there's a couple others out there. I always get this question regularly. Why the heck wasn't Jackie Robinson on a cover of Sports Illustrated until 1997? Why wasn't he on the cover back in the day? And there really wasn't much of an opportunity for him to be on the cover. So Jackie Robinson retired in 1956. Sports Illustrated didn't start publishing until 1954. So you had 2 years. Plus, when Sports Illustrated first came out, it was not anywhere near the magazine that we remember it, in the 80s, 90s, 2000s today or anything like that. They intentionally did not, focused on a wide variety of sporting and leisure activities. So if you go through the first 2 years of Sports Illustrated, there's maybe 8 or 10 major athletes on covers. That's it. So Jackie really didn't have a good opportunity. Didn't play long enough while Sports Illustrated was being produced. Sports Illustrated spent a lot of their covers way back in the day, those first 2 years, sailing and bowling and scuba and dogs and skiing and all the, rodeo and all these other things. Those made up the vast majority of Sports Illustrated covers the first 2 years. So that explains why Jackie Robinson never had a true first cover while he was an active player. And then Sports Illustrated really didn't do kind of look backs and put, players on the cover when they had long since retired. They really didn't do that very much up until they started doing a little bit more. 1 or 2 in the 70s, more in the 80s, more in the 90s. just like this. So Jackie Robinson, first cover, Sports Illustrated, 1997, 9.2. Okay, 2 left. Okay, let's just do a quick intermission here. Getting a good mindset, get good vibes. It's been an okay box. Been okay plus 1. I don't want to say it's a good box because it hasn't been. Missed all my projections to the downside. But I got 2 left, including one I am very, very, very interested in. So we're going to do it. That's how this is going to happen. We're going to have some good, first 3 are going to be good. Last 2, we're going to crush it. It starts with this one right here. That's pretty good. This is as happy as I have been on a 9.6 in a long time. Now, I won't want to disappoint you, but I'm sure later I will be very upset with this 9.6. But there are a number of reasons why I am happy with this 9.6, at least for right now. I know, shocking, very weird. Michael Jordan Showtime cover. You know I'm a Jordan guy. It's how I got started in this hobby. How I got years and years ago. I got started in this hobby. I thought, Michael Jordan's been on the cover of Sports Illustrated 50 times. Wonder if I could get all 50 of his issues graded. That's how I started. I grew up in Chicago. I'm the biggest Jordan fan in the world. That's how I started. And I got all 50 graded a couple of years ago. So now I'm trying to upgrade those. And this 9.6 is that upgrade I've been looking for. I've graded this one a ton. Okay, so let's go through the details. This is the Michael Jordan Showtime cover. Came out on May 21st, 1990. There is one 9.8. I am proud to say that I'm the guy that pressed that 9.8. It was a customer of mine. I pressed that. He has sent me many issues to press, most of them Jordans, all of them in spectacular condition. So I'm proud to say that I'm the guy that pressed the 9.8 that exists. And I'm happy for my customer. Of course, I wish I had gotten the 9.8 or we had both gotten a 9.8, but I'm always happy when I can help another collector, pop a huge number. So there's one 9.8. There are now three 9.6s, and there are 5 9.4s. I projected this at 9.4. So the one I needed hit the projection on the upside. I own this at 9.4. So this is my upgrade. This is huge for me. I love it. I love this issue. Love the 80s and the 1990 and 91 Jordan covers. Those are just amazing. And this is a great action shot of Jordan, driving the lane and that sort of stuff. And who's he playing? Oh, that's the Sixers. I think that's Charles Barkley behind him. I'm gonna have to do some more research on this because it's definitely the Sixers, and I see a little bit of a 4. And Charles wore 34 back when he played for the Sixers, so I bet that's Charles Barkley behind him there. I always thought the headline was weird. Showtime came out in 1990. Showtime was the Lakers. So I always thought this was an odd headline for a Michael Jordan cover, and maybe this was Sports Illustrated's way of saying, oh, there's a new Showtime in town, or I don't know. Something like that. I'm not going to pass up a chance to drop some Jordan highlights on you, so let's see MJ doing his thing right here.
Michael, get it pulled with a fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! And Michael shakes the finger. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
They'll calm you down. They'll work their plays. Steal. He kept it in bounds. Here it is again. Oh, yes! Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
Consistently game in and game out, but against the Bulls he does. Here's Jordan. He blows by Pearson, jammed it down. He blew by
Jordan out front, pressured by Dennis Johnson. Michael on the drive, in from the right. Hesitation move to the hoop for the right. Scoop shot, good on the reverse move.
Michael!
Don't even try and come at me with LeBron stuff, okay? I don't want to hear it. It's not even close to a debate. Jordan is the greatest of all time. LeBron, Kobe, those guys are a nice second. Michael Jordan, Showtime, May 21st, 1990, at a beautiful 9.6. Remember this. This may be the only time that I'm very happy with the 9.6. Very happy. for now. In an hour or two, or tomorrow maybe, I could be sitting there going, you dirty dog, so close to getting that 9.8. I could have popped the second 9.8 ever in that issue. And if I had done that, I would have pressed both of them. Mine and my customers. I would have had my hands on both 9.8s that exist in an awesome Jordan cover. I'm getting upset. I ruined my excitement on my 9.6. I still got a little excitement. Okay, last one. Good box already, but you know how we can make it better? We can make it better by going out with a 9.8. The 9.8 I didn't get on the Jordan. Let's do it right here, and let's take a look at this issue. There it is. There it is, the 9.8. Not a big surprise if you recognize the cover. Victor Wembanyama, first Sports Illustrated cover. This is March 2023. Just take a minute, take a deep breath. Labeling is correct. But take a deep breath, grab a seat, compose yourself as I give you the pop counts. There are 117 9.8s. It is the highest 9.8 pop count of any Sports Illustrated in history. That title had been held by the very first copy of Sports Illustrated from 1954 up until just about a month or two ago. They're almost, I think there's 93 or 95 9.8s of the first Sports Illustrated from 1954. 117. Victor Wembanyama, first covers at 9.8. There are 39 9.6s. There are 17 9.4s. Projected this at a 9.6. Why? Because I don't project 9.8s anymore. I'm sick of projecting them and not getting them. And it's too hard to get it's harder to get a 9.8 than it ever has been. So I just stopped projecting them. So that's a little inside thing there. When you see me project 9.6, I really meant 9.8. Already own several copies of this at 9.8. This was really the first cover, the first must-have cover to come out after this hobby kind of blew up in 2021, 2022. All these new people into the hobby. Okay, great, awesome. Love the growth of the hobby. And that happened during COVID. And then finally in March 2023, people were like, this is the guy. This is the, LeBron's on his way out. This is the new face of the NBA. It's Victor Wembanyama. He's amazing. He's a, freak of nature at 7'4" and drives and shoots all this stuff. He's the new chosen one. And so we all ran out and bought tons of this issue, and that's why there's a ton of 9.8s. I still love it. Don't care that there's a ton of them, because this is a speculative issue that we're looking at long term. So 9.8, Victor Wembanyama, first cover from March of 2023. See what happened? I took a little siesta, had some water, caught my breath, set up some good vibes, got my mojo back. After 3 slabs to start the box, crush it with that Jordan 9.6, and then anytime you get a 9.8, I'm happy. I don't care if there's 117 other copies of this out there at 9.8. Really appreciate you watching. Made a good run here. New unboxing videos every week. On Mondays, I try and get a second video out, either a bonus unboxing video or something else about the hobby on Thursdays every week. So you want to subscribe here on YouTube, hit that little bell, and you can sign up for notifications. You'll get a little app alert every single time I post a new video, and we'll do it again soon. Really appreciate you watching. Thank you.